Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
cell phones are off, and there's no flash photography here in the area. Coach is on his way now. It's nice to see new faces. How you doing, Coach? All right, good afternoon. It's nice to see new faces out there. Welcome to the University of Louisville Women's Basketball Press Conference, and we are joined at the podium by head coach Jeff Walls. And before we get started, just a reminder to raise your hand if you have a question, and we'll bring a mic to you. And also to identify yourself and your media outlet before that you ask your question. So we'll open it up with an opening statement from Coach Walls.
Yeah, just like to, say what a pleasure it is and an opportunity to continue to still be playing. There's 16 teams left. It's a long year. It's a long season, but we're really excited to still have the opportunity to compete. We know we're going to have a very good game tomorrow night with a very talented Stanford basketball team, a team that's extremely well coached with very talented players, but we're looking forward to it. Anytime you get the opportunity to continue to play, it puts a smile on your face.
Okay, we'll now open it up for questions.
Danielle Lerner, Louisville Courier-Journal. Do you think the biggest problem for you guys with Stanford is going to be their defense?
Well, we're going to have to figure out a way to score. I mean, that's at this time of the year. It's, the old saying, defense wins championships. That's great, but if you don't score, it's a slight problem. So, we know we defend well, they defend well. So I think whichever team can execute the best at the offensive end is probably going to be your one that comes out on top. We played some great teams. That's one thing that our league affords you is the opportunity night in and night out to play against some very talented and well-coached basketball clubs. So, we've had the opportunity to watch film. They're very good. They rebound the ball extremely well. They get out and run in transition well. And we know we're going to have our hands full.
Coach, welcome back to Lexington.
Thank you.
You've played earlier this year against Kentucky. Having done that, how comfortable are you with playing here at Rupp Arena, and how much of an advantage do you think it'll give you having played here earlier?
Well, we actually played in Memorial, so we did not play here.
I stand corrected.
No, that's all right. No, we played in Memorial Coliseum, but we have played here before. A few of the players did a few years back. It may have been Maisha Hines-Allen's freshman year. So we've had a couple that have had the opportunity to play in Rupp. We're excited about it. I don't know if it's much of an advantage for us. This is Stanford's third year of playing in the Lexington region. So this is more of a home court for them than I'd say it is for us. But it really doesn't matter. At this time of the year, you just have to go and play.
Gary Graves, Associated Press. How have you kept this team focused or made them aware of the stakes at this round as a number one seed, especially with a team like Stanford, which has made a habit of upsetting number one teams in this regional?
You know, at this time of the year, to me, there is no upsets. You know, there's seeds. Sure, we're a 1 seed, they're a 4 seed. Everybody's good. When you get to the Sweet 16, you're playing everybody that's talented. You don't make it this far by accident. You know, they have some very talented players on that roster. Had the opportunity to coach Brittany McPhee this summer with the U23 team. Just a remarkable young woman, great player. So we know that, you know, in order for us to win, we have to play our best. And it's going to take a great effort from all of our players. At this time of the season, you know, it's great basketball. I mean, it's the fun part about it. You're watching film, and you're trying to figure out how are you going to attack your opponent, but everybody's good. It's just a matter. I tell our staff, it's not a matter of what we're going to do to them. It's like, okay, how can we execute at a higher percentage? How can we perform better? Not necessarily what we're going to do to be able to stop them.
Given the histories of both programs, are you kind of surprised that it's come to this point for you all to finally meet? I mean, have you ever had any consideration or discussions about playing them in a regular season before?
Yeah, we're actually we're supposed to play in that Columbus tip-off a classic when we ended up playing Ohio State, but due to some time conflicts with game times and when they could be on TV, I know Stanford wasn't able to play past a certain time because they had to get back, you know, to the West Coast, and so we actually had to change opponents so Stanford could play the first game, which was against UConn, and then we ended up playing Ohio State in the second round. So we have had some talks about trying to play, but it's been fun. You know, you watch him play. I've watched her for years. She does a remarkable job. She's a Hall of Famer for a reason. So we know that they're going to be very well prepared and very well coached.
Katie George, WDRB News. You said, how can we play at a higher percentage? How can we perform better? After what you guys did to Marquette last weekend, what do you think your team needs to be doing better moving into this regional?
Well, you know, offensively, I thought we played pretty well. But what we have to get better at is our defensive transition, especially if you go back and you look at that Marquette game starting the third quarter. We scored. We got up and down the floor great, but the problem is we allowed them to go 7 for their first 7. But we go 6 for our first 7. So that's something that we've talked about is you can't trade baskets. You've got to make sure that you're dialed in. You know exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't celebrate after you make a shot. As I tell them, you know, act like you've made one before. And let's try and sprint back on defense. And hopefully we'll get that figured out, and you'll see a much better effort than we showed in the second half of that Marquette game.
Any further questions for Coach Walls?
Natalie Grice from WLKY. You mentioned Brittany McPhee. Just kind of as a player, what do you kind of see, you know, from her on film?
Well, I mean, she's so tough. She's a hard-nosed kid. She rebounds the ball well. She can score. You know, she knocks down big shots. It's not like she's a 45 or 50% three-point shooter, but when she needs a three, when their team needs one, she steps out and makes it. She has great control of their team. You know, I love how she passes the ball. She knows who to get it to when someone else is on. But she's an all-around player. She rebounds, she defends, she scores, and does it all with a smile. You know, that's the one thing I can remember about her this summer. She'll kick your ass and smile about it, you know? It's kind of what makes her as tough and hard-nosed as she is.
All season, you've kind of talked about your team's ability to play together and the team chemistry. But how have you seen them kind of handle, you know, being a 1 seed so far in this tournament?
Well, I think they've handled it extremely well. You know, we don't even talk about it. You know, the one seed's just a reward of what you've done during your regular season, your conference tournament. You know, once the games start up, I've said it all postseason, it's all about momentum. It's not about seeding. You know, you have to capitalize when every opportunity you have to gain momentum, you have to capitalize on it. And that's something that we were able to do in the first 2 rounds. You know, we came out in that Marquette game, a team that I've got a ton of respect for. You know, they take Notre Dame to overtime, Tennessee to overtime. So it's a very talented Marquette basketball team that's very well coached. And we got a little momentum right out of the gate. And before you know it, we're up 20. Well, that's what you have to do. You've got to make sure you capitalize on it. So it has nothing to do to me with who's a 1 seed, who's a 4 seed, who's a 2. You've got to come and make sure you capitalize on every opportunity you get.
And earlier this week, there's a video of you going around at practice hitting a half-court shot at the end. Just kind of what was going on there?
Well, it's, you know, I had plenty of time in my college days to practice those trick shots because I wasn't ever in the game when it mattered. So, like, before practice and after practice, that's what we'd work on all the time. You know, I just enjoy it. It's fun. I really think that part of the thing that makes our program as special as it is and our players as special as they are is the relationships that we form. You know, it's not you just come to practice, you work at it, and then you leave. It's about spending time with them off the floor after practice, and that's what we do. And you know, I got lucky there. Coach Williams filmed the whole thing, and there were a few of them that weren't very happy when it went in, because I believe me, I talked for a while after that.
How much of a luxury has it been to just be 80 or so miles from home to have a game this close? Has it really changed much of your routine coming in here?
Well, we were able to practice at home today, which was nice. We slept on our own beds last night. And then knowing where all this social life is tonight for our players is going to be important. If we can get them out on High Street tonight, just to get adjusted to the 9:45 tip, it'd be a good thing because we're going to be playing until about 11:45. So I want to make sure they're prepared for that. So back in my college days, I used to come down here when I was at Northern to my buddies that went to UK, and we had a great time. So I know where to take all the kids.
Question to that.
Would you like to come?
I sure would.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, that's no problem.
It's been kind of stressful.
If you'll call the Uber, we're good.
Okay. Well, not the party atmosphere, but the proximity to Louisville. How many fans, not do you think, but how awesome is it that you're only 60 miles away from Louisville to play the second weekend?
No, it's great. I mean, we're really excited about it until they come up with the 9:45 tip time. I mean, we're expecting snow tomorrow night, so it's going to cut down on a ton of our fans that want to drive back and forth. But it should increase the viewership, which is great, because that's what we're trying to do, I think, is increase TV viewership. But the actual in-person, it's going to have a huge effect on. You know, I know what they're going to tell me, and it's the standard line. You're the feature game on ESPN, all that good stuff. It's what you hear all the time. We never tip a game at 9:45 Eastern Standard Time all year. Why would you do it in the NCAA tournament? I just don't understand. I thought this was about the student athletes. But I mean, if we played at 9:45 during the year, that's great. And I know it's listed as a 9 o'clock tip. The first game starts at 7:15. It's going to take 2 hours. They all do. So now you're looking at 9:15. Then you're going to put about 26 minutes on the clock. So you're looking at a 9:45 tip, which is great. The kids will go out. I'm not worried about the players. I just feel bad for the fans. I feel bad for the people that want to try to come and support us and just have a great environment. I mean, what player doesn't want? Like when we go play at Notre Dame, they're not cheering for us, but golly, what an awesome experience to have a packed house. You know, that's what it's all about. In 2013, when we played at Oklahoma City in the regional and we're playing Baylor, I mean, it was all Baylor fans, but it's the environment that these kids remember. You know, I can go back to 2009. Our first year we go to the Final Four, we play Maryland and Raleigh, and there was nobody there. I mean, there was maybe 2,000 people that were at a regional championship game. I'd much rather play in front of people. So unfortunately, the times are just awful. And I hope it's something that we can look and try to adjust for the future, just for the fans. You know, I understand if I'm sitting in my house in Louisville and I'm watching a game that's taking place on the West Coast and it's starting at 10 o'clock my time, hey, I understand that. It's 7 o'clock out west. But to be starting a game at 9:45, it's just sad to me. And it's not for the players. The players are going to be fine. I'm not worried about that at all. They aren't going to be tired. They're not going to be anything. They're going to be excited to play. We're trying to grow our game, and I think we just had a huge turnover.
Any further questions for Coach Walls?
I doubt it.
You think they're done?
Well, they normally don't want me to keep going.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck
Thank
tomorrow.
you, everybody.
Just a reminder that the Louisville locker room is open until 2:40. thank you again for joining us for the Louisville Women's Basketball Press Conference. We are joined at the podium today by Asia Durr, Maisha Hines-Allen, and Jasmine Jones. Again, just a reminder to raise your hand if you have a question, and we'll bring a microphone to you. And please identify yourself and your media outlet before asking a question. So we'll open it up for questions for the student athletes.
Danielle Lerner, Louisville Courier-Journal. Maisha, I was talking to Josh this morning, and first of all, he says that he can beat you one-on-one, so I'd like you to tell me if that's true or not, but also, you know, how great is it going to be to have him, some of your other family, here tomorrow night?
Well, it's always fun when family can come watch you play, because I'm not from here, so just the fact that they can come and see me grow as a basketball player. But he's a big guy now. He could probably just like body me to the paint, but like he's not a basketball player, so he can't shoot. So I'll just take that advantage. But yeah, he's a football player, so it's pretty strong. I'll give him that. That's it. This was fun. You want to start asking questions?
For any of you all, Coach Walls is not happy that you all are in the late game because he's expecting, you know, that might cut down on the fans here. Were you all surprised to find out that you were going to be playing in a 9 o'clock game that's probably going to be pushed back even later?
No. It is what it is. At the end of the day, we're just here to play a basketball game and go far in this tournament. We're not really worried about the times. And if we've already played like games at weird times. We had a game at 11 a.m. when we were in Miami. So we've been able to adjust to times that we've had to play, and we're just grateful to be here, have the opportunity to play, and just get far in this tournament.
Maisha, what's kind of been the message about facing Stanford in this first game?
They're a big team. They like to run in transition. They're well coached. You got a Hall of Fame coach on their end coaching them up. So we know it's going to be a hard-fought game. It's going to take 40 minutes to beat this team. And we just all have to be dialed in and know that scouting report and who's who on that team, who we're going to be sagging off, who we're going to let shoot the three, or, you know. So, I mean, we just have to be dialed in and know the scouting report.
Katie George, WDRB News. You guys obviously played tremendously well against Marquette, but is there anything that you guys, after the game, were looking at that you need to get better at moving into this regional this weekend?
I would say yes. That third and fourth quarter, we had a lot of defensive breakdowns. We can't have that. We started off great, but throughout the game, you know, we had those breakdowns, and, you know, we're trying to, you know, keep playing hard for all 4 quarters, not just 2 quarters or 3 quarters. So that's what I would say about our game.
Gary Graves, Associated Press. Looking back on the last game, offensively, what do you look back on that game and feel pretty good about individually and maybe as a team that you feel like can help you in this game?
Well, I think we played hard. Our tempo was great. We got the ball out quick. We pushed the ball up the floor. Our bigs were crashing the boards like how they always do. So that was huge. But I would definitely say the main thing was our tempo. I mean, that was great. We all sprinted the floor.
Maisha, Larry Bell from Danville, Kentucky. Is Josh telling the truth when he says you wear blue during football season?
I wore it once. I wore it once.
Does he wear red during basketball?
Well, he has. He didn't this year, but he has.
He will tomorrow.
He will tomorrow.
Yep.
Doubt it. Doubt it. Doubt that.
For Asia and Jazz, how do you guys think you're going to match up guard play-wise with Stanford? You know, they're pretty solid defensively.
I mean, like Mai just said, they're a great team, well coached. They have great guards, they have great post players, and it's definitely going to be a great game. You know, it's going to be a challenge for us. They have a great team who plays well and plays hard for all 4 quarters, so it's going to be a challenge.
I agree with Asia. Their 2 guards, Williams and McPhee, they're great offensive and defensive players, so we just have to come out and play hard for 40 minutes.
Whitney Harding, WHAS in Louisville. Coach Walls just said that to beat teams at this time of the season, you have to execute as well as stop, but also more so it's execute offensively. Jazz, how are you guys right now clicking offensively, and what makes this team really go?
I think our chemistry off the court, it trickles down on the court too, and I think we're just really close together off the court. So on the court, it's like we're just a big fist. So it's kind of hard to break us up on the court. So I think that helps.
And Maisha, as a senior, how have you seen this team have that kind of chemistry, maybe even more so, or maybe not compared to the teams before that you were on?
Trying to think. I don't want to say like it's the chemistry that's the whole thing, because in past teams we had great chemistry, but yeah, you can say chemistry because I'm sorry. I mean, as soon as the freshmen, no, I know what it is. Freshmen, they want to learn. Like Dana wants to learn. She wants to get better. That's one thing that I love most about her, is when she messes up, she'll actually like go to AC, me, Asia, and she'll ask questions. She wants to get better. Like she listens to what Coach Walsh actually has to say to her and doesn't take it to the heart. So that was one of the things. And Loretta, she's coming along. Lindsay, she's coming along too. So when the freshmen, I feel like when they buy into a program, it becomes a lot easier. You have your seniors, you have your juniors, your sophomores. They already been here. They already know what to expect. And so once the freshmen come along, it's like everything starts to click. And everyone knows their roles, and everyone's doing their roles at this time right now. Great. So I think it starts with freshmen. That's weird, but I feel like it starts with freshmen.
Is that why? Okay. I mean, hurt a little bit. Is that kind of in the first game back in Louisville in this tournament? You guys offensively took a little bit to go, but is that why the bench maybe was so crucial, because of what you just said about the freshmen and the sophomores even stepping up?
Yeah. Every year you have someone different that steps up, and this year I think it's Sam. So it's kind of weird how like you don't know what to expect from people, but right now this team's clicking so well because everyone's playing together. Everyone has a common goal of winning this tournament, and that's the only thing we're worried about. We're not worried about who scores the most points, who gets the most rebounds, assists, any of that. We're worried about winning, and whatever you have to do in order to win, that's what we do. When we played Boise State, Kylie, B, Dana, they came off the bench and gave us a spark that we needed. Because the starters weren't doing what we had to do. So the fact that people can come off the bench too and contribute so well, it's hard to come by. I mean, that's why there's only 16 teams left, because not everyone has a bench that's able to contribute like we do. And that's just credit to our bench players and us too for getting them better too, because without us, like playing well at times or playing bad at times, they wouldn't get the opportunity that they have.
Jazz, talking about the bench play, is that what makes this team most dangerous, or is there another aspect of this team that you would consider to be most dangerous for an opponent?
Yeah, I think when our bench is playing great, we're a dangerous team because like Maisha said, you never know who night it is, and we have so many unselfish players. So it doesn't matter who night it is. We get to that person. It could be Dana, it could be Bianca. Like Bianca played great in our pit game this year. So you never know who night it is, and whoever night it is, we just gonna keep that person going. And just like I said, it could be anybody. Thanks, Maisha. I appreciate that.
Any further questions for the student athlete?
Yeah, Maisha, just to follow up, you said you're going to have a lot of family here. Is it just in particular because this is like an NCAA, tournament game, and how many people are you expecting?
So my mom, my brother, so that's not really a lot, but they're going to be here. But I'm trying to get my sisters to come. My sister just got a new car, so she's from Maryland. So, she did the drive. So, hopefully, she can have my other 3 sisters drive in the car with her. So, hopefully, my family all comes down. but I know for sure my mom and my brother will be here.
That's not a bad crowd. For
No.
all of you, Coach Walls hit that half-court shot at practice.
Oh my gosh.
That
It
was
was
what
fake.
I was gonna ask.
It was
It's
fake.
It's fake?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't fake. We make that reaction just because whenever he steps on the court, say we're running through a drill or we're doing scouting report and he has to be on the scout, or even like when we're running our own plays, he'll like make the perfect pass or make some like weird shot, and it's like, how did you do that? Like, you look at him and you're like, how are you able to play basketball? So I mean, whenever someone talks about him, it's just like, oh my gosh, because you know, like, he's actually good.
Yeah.
Like, he knows the game. That's the weird part. Oh, it's not weird because you want your coach to know the game.
But as a player,
Yeah,
I
as
get
a
what you're
player,
saying.
you're like,
Yeah, I get you.
how? Like, when he made that half-court shot, he didn't jump. He was just like,
He did all the extra stuff
and,
too.
Yeah. He can sit down, like him and Coach Sam, like they'll sit on the side and just shoot the ball, like sitting down. It's
I'm like
weird.
half
So
court, yeah.
at half, yeah. So Coach Voss is, I don't want to say, it, but
Unique.
amazing. Oh yeah, unique.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Yeah, unique.
He's had so much success in this tournament, going back to some of, his earlier teams, like in 2009 and everything. What makes him such a good coach in this tournament?
He knows the game. Coach, he says it all the time. How when he wasn't playing at in KU when he played there. So he sat down. He actually had to watch the game. He wasn't getting a lot of playing time. So instead of like pouting about it, he actually sat down and learned the game. And that's why I think he's so successful now, because he's not worried about what happened that last play, but how to beat that team, how to beat this team doing something else. If it's not working, he knows like what to do. He's actually watching and coaching us up to win.
How much trust when you all need some points or something, when he draws something up, how much trust do you have in what he's telling you to do?
A lot. I mean, it actually works. Like, the stuff works, and you're like, how'd you even come up with that? Like, the game's going on, and he's like, give me the board. He like draw something up real fast, and it works. So it's like, he's unique. It's a good guy. Good guy to have on your side. Good guy.
Maisha, you already weighed in on this, but I was wondering for Jasmine and both Asia, if you all could talk about the time slot tomorrow night. Obviously, we're only 60 miles away from Louisville. The proximity is great. Coach Walls was not happy with where you all are located. It'd be roughly a 9:45, 9:30 tip-off. Does it matter for you all? And if you all could just weigh in on that.
It doesn't really matter to me if you think about it. I mean, there's times where we're in the gym training. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. We get shots up. I mean, I think all college players do that from time to time. So, and also like, in high school throughout your year, like you train late at night. I don't think it matters. Like, I don't care. So, and I think the whole team really doesn't care about the time. So we're here to play.
Oh, I think it's just another opportunity for us to play the game that we love. Like when we was in high school, we played AAU games this late, so
Yeah.
I don't think it really matters to us. We're just ready to play tomorrow.
I know that the NCAA tournament will match you against schools that you haven't seen before in the early rounds, but what's the difference with, like, say, facing a team like Stanford for the first time and the challenge of getting ready for them? I mean, you alluded to the defense and that kind of thing, but really, what's the hardest part when you have to face an elite team like that for the first time on a stage like this?
I mean, right now we're in March Madness. Anything can happen. It's whoever plays the best basketball that night. So I feel like it's not really much about them. It's more so about us. If we play Louisville basketball, then the score will take care of itself. We know that it's going to be a hard-fought game, but at the end of the day, if you play your best basketball that night, you're going to win.
Any further questions for the student athletes? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time,
Thanks,
and good
guys.
luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
The Stanford press conference will begin at 3:45.